all of the gear's going in the little bus and everything, ready for our drive to the Penitente. So it's New Year's, actually New Year's Day, so it's New Year's morning, about 11:30, and this is it. So we're getting all of the gear in, and we're ready to rock and roll. Alright, well, this is it, day one. Starting the hiking up the Vacas Valley, so probably got about 5 or 6 hours walk ahead of us to our first campsite. It's a beautiful day, isn't it, Anne?
Yes.
It's absolutely beautiful, clear skies, barely a breath of wind. It'd be nice to have this for the next 2 weeks, but we'll see what happens, but wonderful day. Here we are at the start of day 2 of our trek up the Vacas Valley. So today we'll actually have our first views of Aconcagua, which is very exciting. It's another beautiful day. It's gloriously sunny. Very, very cold morning, but it's going to be another hot day. So more to come. About 7:30 in the morning on our third day of trekking up the Vacas Valley. We're just heading across to the river. We're going to head across the river, then head up that valley that you can see just in front, and as we get around there, obviously for most of the day we'll see Aconcagua in front of us. We're heading from 3,200 metres up to base camp, 4,200, so probably a fairly strenuous day. Likely to be a few headaches on the way, but we're partway on the trail to base camp, and there is the mighty Aconcagua. The big piece of snow and ice to the right-hand side is the Polish Glacier. That is one big mother of a mountain. Oh, can't wait to get up there. We're on the last leg into base camp. We're just past the 4,100 metre mark. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, woohoo, says Anne. We've been on the trail since about 8 this morning. It's been a long day, but we're inside of base camp, I think up around these rocks and around the corner, so more when we get into base camp, but it's been an amazing day. We just pan up there. There's big mother of a mountain. And how do you feel? We're heading into last corner around base camp. I'm walking alongside you. We're trying to walk alongside you.
Worn out.
Little message for the folks at home. How do you feel?
Absolutely worn out.
Worn out. Hopefully you can hear that. But there you go. It's been a big day. Very first load carry, so we're going from base camp up to camp 1, 5,000 metres. It's windy. It's a beautiful day though, and I think we've got a fairly long day ahead of us, but this is what we've been training for, so see how the day goes. But a little bit more later, but wow, it is just such a beautiful day. Here come Anne and Leo up the final slope to Camp 1. That has to be the most difficult thing I have ever done in my whole life to date. I think it's only going to get more difficult, but boy, this has been one tough last 100 vertical metres, but we're almost there. But boy, that was very hard work, but well done. We're finally leaving base camp for Camp 1, so we did a load carry 2 days ago. Yesterday we had a rest day. Now we're moving to Camp 1 at 5,000 metres, so we're just leaving it again. Another magnificent day. The sun's shining. It's cool, but it'll get warmer. Very little wind. Although if it's anything like the other day when we did our load carry, we'll come up the final ridge to Camp 1 and it'll be blowing a gale. But we're all set to go. We're all good. And we're going up the final ridge towards Camp 1. Hopefully this video will show you how insanely steep this is. There's horrible rock, shale, step up, slide down. It's and just around the corner is particularly nasty. It's last 100 vertical metres, absolutely killer. But we're doing pretty good. Better than we did 2 days ago when we did our load carry. Okay, it's the start of our load carry from Camp 1 to Camp 2. So we're heading up the valley that you can see in front here. It's probably going to be about a 4 or 5 hour hike up, drop gear and come back. It's another glorious day. Light breeze, could be windy up high. Just arrived at Camp 2 after what I can only call a brutal day. We've done our own load carry. It's now snowing lightly, so it has been a real struggle. There's some fairly bad weather forecast for the next couple of days, so we'll have to wait and see what the plan is. We're on our way back to Camp 1 after that fairly brutal load carry to Camp 2.
Brutal?
Brutal. It's snowing a little, and I think we're going to get a bit of snow on the tents tonight, but hopefully this gives you a bit of a sense in terms of what we climbed up this morning with all of our gear on our backs. It was pretty hard work, but thankfully we did lots of training, and I think we'll sleep well tonight. Okay, here we are starting out on our move up to Camp 2. So we've been at Camp 1 for a few days. We did a load carry, then we had a rest day. Now we're moving up to Camp 2 at 5,500 metres. Quite a nice day, but the forecast is for snow probably each afternoon for the next few days. More later. A little bit more of the trail from Camp 1 to Camp 2. We've had a few snow showers, clearing, but looking out towards my left there's some very ominous looking clouds. I'll pan up and up and up. Peak of Aconcagua is somewhere there up in the clouds. Ominous but magnificent. There's Anne in front, continuing her way. Okay, so we've just arrived at Camp 2 with all of our gear. We're inside our tent. It's snowing lightly outside. So Anne, how do you feel after, we're antisepticing? I don't know. Getting all the
Alcohol.
right off our hands. We're filthy dirty. Just taking our socks off. And it's pretty fierce here in the tent. So Anne, how do you feel?
Feel pretty good actually.
Yep.
A little tired,
Yep.
not bad.
How's the hair? Because from here it looks pretty spiky.
I reckon it's pretty awful.
But yeah, we're safely at Camp 2, so we're at about 5,500 metres. And pretty good really, so I'll have a look.
Lunch!
And hang on a minute, slowly, there's lunch. Dried fruit and chocolate. Yum. But hey, if you can't be on holiday and do this, then what can you do? Okay, looking outside of the tent from Camp 2, the summit is somewhere up there. It's snowing quite lightly. Big flakes. The forecast apparently is for clear mornings, afternoon snow for the next probably 2 or 3 days. I don't know whether the plan is for us to do a load carry to Camp 3 tomorrow or to have a rest day here. A lot depends on how we feel, what the weather's like, and what that leaves us in terms of summit opportunities. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's about 7 in the morning up here at Camp 2. It's been a phenomenal snowstorm overnight. Pretty well snowed in. Quite hard to get out of the tent this morning. I guess after breakfast we'll find out what the plan is, because apparently there's a lot more snow forecast. Like all of these things, we've just got to wait and see what happens with the forecast and what happens with the conditions. Well, it's about 8:30 in the morning after that massive snowstorm last night. We had, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 centimetres of snow overnight. So much that we had to bash our way out of the tent. It's it's freezing cold. It's, by one watch it's about 15 degrees below, but it's clear as. The beautiful snow covering the campsite makes it just really magnificent. It's very, very, very windy. We're just about to have some breakfast, so I'll pan around, have a look back up the mountain. This is where we're going to go with our load carry. No one's been up there so far, so there are no trails marked in the snow. Camp 3 is up over the rocks, a fair way away, probably 5 hours. Head up towards the summit, which looks so close you could just reach out and touch it, but that's still 1,500 vertical metres away. Down to the guys getting ready for breakfast. Scrambled eggs and bacon this morning. See whether I can get a bit of a wave from everybody. Well, here we are at Camp 3, Camp Colera, and for us this is the highest point, 6,000 metres on the slope of Aconcagua. My chest infection has got worse, so the thinner the air, the harder it is to breathe. We're just so honoured to have got this far on this magnificent mountain. It's been an absolutely wonderful journey, and it's a bit sad for it to be over, but 6,000 metres on an expedition like this has been one incredible experience that we will never forget. Both the highs and lows, because boy, there've been some lows. We stink. We haven't washed for weeks. Our hygiene leaves a lot to be desired. We still won't get a shower for another couple of days. We're just packing gear ready to head back to the next base camp, which is Plaza de Mulas. But as you can see, this is a really wonderful place to be. Out of the 6 of us who started, there are only 2 left to attempt the summit. That's Inia and Neil. Take this opportunity to wish them all the very best, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that they have a good day and they make the summit. If not, then like us, they will have had a fantastic journey and will have memories for the rest of their lives. So everybody, thanks for your support. We've trained hard over the last probably 14-15 months. We've been hidden from view from everybody as we've trained and trained. Without that training, we would have never have made it this far. So, signing out from Camp Colera, 6,000 metres on the slopes of Aconcagua. It's possibly going to be a slow descent from Camp 3. This is the first obstacle. This is Max heading down. Anne's already down. But this is just looking up to the head of the glacier behind Plaza de Mulas. It's a fantastic location, and but with everything else up here, there's not a tree in sight. It's bone dry. So now we can see the base camp of Plaza de Mulas. It's a very big camp, very well set up. Certainly the area that we're staying in is particularly well run. You can start to see the trails heading up from base camp to Camp 1, and then from Camp 1 goes up over the ridge. Camp 2 sits over above the ridge, and then coming around finally to Aconcagua that dominates everything here. And we can see the summit up there. It's a beautiful day, so for anyone who's climbing today and attempting to summit it, by the look of it, they would have a truly magnificent, although very difficult hike. So just zooming in, and there's the summit. So this is our last day here. Tomorrow we head out and trek down through the valley. By the sound of it, a fairly long day. Get to the park entrance and then into a vehicle and back to Mendoza. Ah, there they are.
More bitches! That's why I emailed Tiffany. I used to listen to sleep in this morning. I think it was more for him than us. I don't know. Oh, fuck you.